thanks for coming in. You went up to Greeley, only able to get 2 individual wins up there. Things kind of steamrolled from the beginning there.
Yeah, I think for us, like, in this sport, like, everybody deals with injuries, right? And with that, like, it just kind of hit us this week, and it's a dial, not a switch, right? And with the dial, like, some guys just couldn't go, they were injured and couldn't go, and some guys were injured and maybe could have pushed through if you're at a different time of the season, right? If you weren't looking at the Big 12 tournament. So yeah, we end up wrestling, without 6 starters in that dual meet, and it showed up in the team score, right? We're a value-based organization. Like, we're gonna put guys on the mat that are healthy and wrestle when it makes sense to do that, right? And I think, again, like, it's a bit of the idea that it's a dial, not a switch. That, like, hey, you're healthy, you can wrestle, versus, like, you can wrestle and you're at what percent, and then we got this big, our culminating event of the season 2 weeks away. So those are tough decisions to make, and they were the right decisions to make for our individuals, and I think it was the right decision to make for our team and the program in the long term, right? But it was a real tough Sunday for us, and that part of it, like, we did what we needed to do, and we'll move on from it, and we're going to get ready here.
Yeah, for sure. And if you look back, because we have a little bit of a pause here before you got 2 weeks before the Big 12s, 8-5 dual meets, plenty of great things happening. Arguably one of the best seasons in quite some years.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think if you look back statistically, that this was our best season since probably 2002, 2003 range, somewhere in there, right? So to be 8-5, 6 of those being Division I dual meet wins, which that's a big deal too. 3 of them were Big 12 wins, and then one of those came against Cal Poly, who ended up being the Pac-12 regular season dual meet champion. So that's a big deal for us. Everybody in the sport is dealing with this stuff where guys are injured at different times. Out of the regular season, we were only able to put our 10 starters on the mat at the same time 3 times, right? So it just says a lot about our guys being able to persevere and next man up mentality, that we had guys that were ready to go to step in and play roles on the team. So regular season for us, it was a huge step forward. 7 guys national ranked, 9 of those guys had nationally wins over national ranked guys. Some really quality tight duels too. Even the ones we lost were good, including West Virginia 20-18. So a shout out to our guys for putting together a great regular season, and to our coaching staff too. I want to shout out to Coach Johnston, Coach Heilman, Coach Boykin, all the extra people we have on our staff. George Lopez, our director of operations. Coach Bryce, Cody Armstrong, obviously, as our trainer, has been doing an amazing job, and Marcus Rodriguez too, like, promoting the program. So it was a great regular season, and now it's it's my favorite time of the year. It's the postseason. It's a cliche thing. I've seen it said like 6-7 times, but hey, we're 0-0. All right, we're 0-0. Everybody's 0-0, and we're gonna put our foot on the mat. We're gonna go get after it at the Big 12 championships in 2 weeks, and one of the top conferences in the nation. Like, it's gonna be exciting. There's gonna be a lot of great opportunities, and can't tell you how excited we are and how ready we're going to be. I know our guys are excited, and we're all the stuff that we talked about in Northern Colorado, all that stuff's going to be resolved, and we're going to have guys that are 100% when they put their foot on the line, Big 12s, and they're going to go after it and create opportunities to go back to Tulsa 2 weeks later for the NCAAs.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. How do you use the time now? I mean, obviously, you say all 10 will be 100%. That's what I just heard you say. And how do you do some people still need more time to heal, or can they be working out?
I think where we're at, when I say 100%, like, with the stuff we're dealing with, we're going to be the very best we can, in those situations, right? So I know guys that got stuff going on that they're figured out their wrestling, we figured out their training, and they're going to be the best version of themselves, based on where we're at. We talked about this weekend too, control what you can control, right? And that's going to be a big focus of our program right now. Crazy things are going to happen, and we're going to be ready, and we're hopefully, the crazier the fight gets, the more we're going to love it. The more we're going to embrace it and be ready. But I think it looks like, getting sharp. Rest recovery is huge, and staying excited about the future opportunities. I feel like our team is exactly there. I think the biggest thing for us probably where we can make the most growth over the next 2 weeks is just tightening up some things, a few different positions, and just really being sharp and brilliant at the basics, at those solid fundamental positions that if they show up in matches in Tulsa, we have to be able to execute there and score the points.
Absolutely. I do want to go back to just one thing because you mentioned, since 02, 03 maybe the best your team has performed, but that team was not in the Big 12. I think maybe you could go back even further with what this team has accomplished.
Again, I think it's the regular season, right? And we're proud of what the guys did, and wrestling's evolved and changed, and being in the Big 12 conference is definitely it's kind of forced us to raise levels. And I think the big difference this team is that we're just really solid from top to bottom. We just don't have any holes in our lineup from 125 all the way to heavyweight. We're just incredibly solid, and if you can do that, you're going to do well on dual meets, right? And it's like our program is very, very proud of its past, and we're very, excited, proud of all the history and the legacy that has been uh, laid before us with our alumni. But 2002, 2003, 2002, we had 3 All-Americans. 2003, Kevin Hoy made the NCAA finals. That's the standard. That's the standard. That's where we got to get to. So as much as we've had a great season in the regular season, unless we need to finish strong, and we need to get guys on the podium at the Big 12s and the NCAA tournament for this to be something that we can put in the history books.
Hopefully it happens. Have a good week of training. Thanks for coming in, Sam.
I appreciate it. Thanks.